Today we're going to be looking at some rare coins that sold at auction from 1985. So if you have any 1985 coins, definitely look for these types of mint errors. Alright guys, welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. Let's just hop right into it here. We have a 1985 Jefferson Nickel that has a curved clip. So you'll see that there as we zoom in on the coin. Now, this coin isn't going to be super valuable. It sold for a little over $20 at auction, but clips can make other coins and other dated coins valuable. It just depends on, you know, the date and the type of coin that the clip is actually taking place on, but it is a mint error. Moving on to the 1985 Lincoln cent here that has that extra metal there on the rim of the coin. That is a die break, also referred to as a cud. So you can look for die breaks on all kinds of different coins, all kinds of different dates. On the reverse of the coin, it will be faded out on the opposite side of that extra metal. And this coin is graded by NGC at a mint state 64 red brown. This penny ended up selling for over $60 at auction. Here's another die break. This is a much nicer one. Here, this is taking place on the reverse of the coin, going through the words 1 cent. Very large die break there. And what's good about this coin is it's in much better condition. It's graded at a mint state 66 red as opposed to a 64 red brown like the last penny. This coin ended up selling for around $100 at auction. Now here is a large die break taking place on the 1985 Washington quarter. This coin is graded by NGC, and this quarter sold for $180 at auction. So always pay attention to your coins. You never know what you might find out there. Now this next coin here is a pretty extreme type of mint error. You know, we're not really searching for these in pocket change, right? But this is the 1985 Roosevelt Dime coin that has a capped die. A bonded capped die to be specific here. Graded by NGC. This coin ended up selling for over $1,000. Can't beat that. $1,000 for 10 cents. Now here's a 1985 penny, not in the best condition, graded by Annex at an AU 58. However, it does have a die clash, strong die clash here. So you can see that there. You'll see the pillars from the reverse of the coin design coming through here on the obverse of the Lincoln cent. And then you'll also see the outline of Lincoln's head on the reverse of the coin as well. This coin sold for around $45 at auction. You know, if it was a high mint state grade, it would have sold for a lot more money. Now here's a 1985 Kennedy half-dollar coin that has been multi-struck, and it also has an indent as well. So this coin here ended up selling for over $430. Of course, very obvious mint error here as well. Speaking of indents, here's a 1985 Jefferson Nickel. This coin here has been indented by a 10-cent planchet. So a Roosevelt Dime planchet there on the reverse of the coin. So always check both sides of your coins because the obverse of the coin looks very normal here. And this nickel ended up selling for $600. Now here's a 1985 Washington quarter. Here on the reverse, looks very normal. We have that clad layer, but here on the obverse, we'll see the inner copper layer of the coin. It is missing that outer clad layer. So that will give the coin a little bit of value, and that's why the quarter sold for around $60 at auction. It is graded by Annex. So you can look for missing clad layers on other coins as well. Here is a 1985 simple type of mint error here, 1985 Lincoln penny. This penny was struck 40% off center, and this coin sold for around $70 at auction, graded by PCGS. Moving on to a 1985 Jefferson Nickel that was struck onto a 10-cent planchet. So that's why the whole design of the nickel does not fit. It's being cut off because it's on a dime planchet. That will give the coin a lot of value. This coin sold for over $250. Again, graded by PCGS here at a mint state 62. Now this coin here looks like it's damaged, circulated. You know, someone passed this up a million times and never even think about it. But you can see that the word Liberty is being cut off there. The $quarter lettering's being cut off on the reverse of the coin. It is graded by NGC, and this coin sold for over $250. All because it is a Washington quarter design that was struck onto a Jefferson Nickel planchet. So that's why the design's being cut off there. a quarter on a nickel planchet, 250 bucks. Now here is a double denomination. So we have a 1985 Jefferson nickel that was struck onto a Lincoln cent. So you'll see both the designs of the nickel and the penny, and we've seen these on various different dated coins. You know, there's a lot of these that have been sold, and this coin sold for $840. They always sell for good money. Now here's a 1985 Lincoln cent that has been partially plated. We can see that very obvious in the image displayed. This coin, graded by Annex, ended up selling for around $90 at auction. Speaking of partial plating, here's a much better example, much more expensive example. This penny ended up selling for over $550 at auction. It is graded by PCGS at a Mint State 64 red brown, and of course the value is in that partial plating, so $550. But here's an even more expensive example of this coin, of partial plating. 1985 D mint mark Lincoln cent with the partial plating, graded by PCGS, sold for $780 at auction. So always pay attention to the coins in your pocket change or in coin collections that you purchase. Now this next coin here is a Roosevelt Dime that was struck through on the reverse of the coin. So you'll see that the M is faded out there as a result of that mint error. So always pay attention to your coins. Again, this coin ended up selling for $30. Nothing extremely valuable, but it's only graded at an AU 55. Now here's a 1985 Jefferson Nickel that has been struck through on the reverse. It looks very normal on the obverse here, but on the reverse, we'll see that strike through. Graded by NGC, this coin sold for a little over $40 at auction. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.